Hey guys, Jacob Goji 2016 here, and today this is another figure review. So, today we're gonna be reviewing the Bandai 8-inch Destroyah. Yeah. So I got this guy at G-Fest for $20, and it's a really cool figure. So yeah, now let's get started on the review. First, let's start with the sculpt. So the sculpting is really good. Well, I mean, here's the thing. So the sculpting in the eyes are really nice, and yeah, sculpting's really good in the eyes. I mean, it looks really good. And then the sculpting in the neck. So the sculpting in the neck is really accurate, and I just like the way how they do the sculpting in the neck. I mean, yeah. And then the sculpting on the arms. So the sculpting on the shoulders are really good and nice. And then and it's really good. The sculpt. And it's pretty cool sculpting. And the sculpting on the horn is also really good also. And yeah, it's a really good figure. Now let's start with the sculpting on the wings. So sculpting on the wings are really good, but it's not that accurate. Well, the sculpting is still pretty cool. And sculpting on the back. Sculpting on the back is pretty nice also. So yeah. Now let's get started on the detail. Alright, now for the detail. So the detail is 100% accurate. I mean, I'll have to say it's 90% accurate. So yeah. So the detail on the neck. So the detail on the neck is really accurate. Like, in my opinion, looks more accurate than the Bandai Japan 6-inch. And yeah. And then the detail inside this part is really good. And it's nice and detailed. And then the chest right here is detailed pretty cool, pretty good. And I just like the detail. This helps did really good. Like, they did really good on this Destroyah figure, which I'm proud of them. And then we got the detail on the back. So the detail on the back is really good. And yeah, it's pretty bumpy. And then we got the detail on the tail. So the detail on the tail, it's not that accurate, but it's still pretty cool. So yeah. Now let's start some detail on the legs. So the detail on the legs are really good. Like, we got the lines going up and down. And then, yeah, it has a pretty good, cool detail. Now he starts with the wings. So the detail on the top of the wings, like the spines, are really good. But the one problem is that this wing is molded into this wing. Well, that's the only problem, because this wing is not supposed to be folded to the other wing. Like, this wing is supposed to be folded to this wing is supposed to be attached on the figure with articulation. That's the only problem. Yeah. That's the only thing I don't like about this figure. So yeah. Now let's start off with the paint job. Okay, the paint job is really good. So yeah, let's get started. So the paint job is a lot accurate. So we got the paint job on the head right here. The paint job over here is really good. And then we got the paint job on the horn. So the paint job on the horn is also really good. Really good. Like, it doesn't look that scuffed. But one problem is that, like, the horn has like the scratched up paint, which I don't really like. Yeah, but it's still a good figure. And then the paint job on the neck is really good, and then it's accurate. And yeah. Now let's start with the paint job. So the way how I do the paint job on the chest, the paint job, they did a really good job on the chest. Like, they made it a lot more accurate than the Bandai Japan movie monster series. Okay, sorry guys. They did a lot more accurate than the Bandai Japan Destroyah. And it's pretty cool. And then the nails. So the nails are nice and painted, but I don't like the way how it's scratched up, which kind of makes me mad. So yeah. And then let's start with the paint job on the legs. So the paint job on the legs are really good. Like I mean, one problem is that it has really scratched up paint, which I don't really like. And yeah. And then the paint job on the back. So the paint job on the back of the figure is really good and nice and accurate. And then the paint job on the spines, the spikes on the shoulders really good. But one problem is that it's just scratched up, which kind of makes me mad. And the paint job on the spines on the from the mouth, they're pretty good. And yeah, it's really accurate. Alright, now let's start off with the history on this figure. Okay, starting off with the history on this figure. So, I got this guy at G-Fest and it was $20. So, yeah. So, this is pretty much my first Destroyah figure. And I just like it a lot. Yeah. So, now here's the thing. So when I was at G-Fest, the Destroyah with the tag was really expensive. So, I just decided to get the one with no tag. So, yeah. So I really like the 8-inch Destroyah, and then now let's move on to the thoughts on this figure. Okay, for the thoughts on this figure, I really like this figure. Like, it has really good sculpting, it has really good good paint job, and it has really good detail. I really like this figure. Well, in my opinion, it has like it's more better than the original Bandai Japan. Here's why. So first of all, the original Bandai Japan has really terrible paint in my opinion. Like, at least they made a reissue figure, the Bandai Movie Monster Series or the Bandai Destroyah. Like, here's the thing. So I really want the new Bandai Destroyah, which I think it's better. Like, it has better paint and it has better sculpting and it has better detail. I like the Bandai Movie Monster Series Destroyah 2017, so I'll probably get it for Christmas this year. So yeah, now let's move on to articulation. Okay, for articulation, so you can move the head 360. You can move the arms, and you can move the legs, and yeah, and then you can move the wings. But here's the thing, keep in mind, so you cannot have the wings like spread out like this when it's on the shelf. You're supposed to have the wings folded. So yeah, just have the wings folded, and then there was a glue seal on the tail. So yeah, I broke the glue seal. Now the tail, you can rotate the tail 360, but it's pretty hard. And same as this part, you can rotate this part of the tail, tip of the tail 360. And okay, now let's move on to some size comparisons. Alright, now for the size comparisons. First, we're gonna size it up to the Bandai Creations Burning Godzilla. So, this is not accurate sizing because Burning Godzilla is supposed to be a little bit taller. Like, up to here. Well, yeah. Well, but here's the thing. So, if you bring out... okay, let me get it out. But if you bring out, the NECA Burning Godzilla, this is actually an accurate sizing. So, yeah, it's pretty accurate sizing. Like, I mean, this is more of an accurate sizing than the Bandai Creations because I see that they're sized up like this in the movie. So, yeah. So, this is a really good sizing. Next, we're going to size it up with the Bandai Gigan 2004. So, we all know this is not an accurate sizing because Gigan 2004 is supposed to be like this big. Well, yeah, because I see that Destroyah and Gigan 2004, they're probably the same height. So, yeah. So Gigantic Stylus Force is supposed to be like this big. So yeah, because Gigantic Stylus Force 120 meters, and Destroyah is like also 120 meters also. So yeah, it's not a good sizing at all. And last, we're going to size it up to the Bandai Movie Monster Series Shin Godzilla. So this is not an accurate sizing because Shin Godzilla is supposed to be up to here. So yeah, because Shin Godzilla is like 118 meters and Destroyah is like 120 meters. So yeah, it's not a good sizing at all. Okay, so yeah guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And Jacob Goji 2016, signing out.